والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم adúpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run adúpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run adégbólúmọ̀ ọkọ̀ aládé pẹ̀lú alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin a fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ program yìí pẹ̀lú bismillah kí Ọlọ́run Ọba kó jẹ́ kí a parí ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú alhamdulillah adúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ìyá àti bàbá tí wọ́n wá síbi occasion yìí so Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ ká gba ìbálẹ́jọ́ lórí àwọn náà bismillahir rahmanir rahim alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yawmiddin iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in ihdina siratal mustaqim siratal ladina an'amta alayhim غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد آمين
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم كما علمنا إنك حميد مجيد أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا مقتين فيه أبدا وينذر الذين قالوا تقاصى الله ولدا من لهم به من علم ولآبائهم كبرت كلمة تخرج من أفواههم إن يقولون إلا كذبا فلعلك باقي نفسك على آثارهم إن لم يؤمنوا بأصل حديث أسفا إنا لجاعلون ما علي صيدا جرسا هم حسبت أن أصحاب الكافي والرقيم كانوا من آياتنا عجبا إذ أوى الفتيات إلى الكافي فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا صدق الله العظيم. أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
We thank the name of Almighty Allah. We give glory to Him. We honor the name of Almighty Allah. We seek for protection of Almighty Allah against the shaitan, the occult one. We seek for the protection of Almighty Allah against the evils that emanate from our hearts and the evils that emanate from our souls, as well as the one that emanates from our hands. We start in the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We bear witness that there is no one that is worthy of worship except Almighty Allah alone. And we bear witness that our noble Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessing and mercy of Almighty Allah be upon him, his entire household, and the people that follow him. Prophet Muhammad is a messenger and a servant of Almighty Allah, to whom Almighty Allah has guided unto the right path. There is no one that can mislead him. And to whom Almighty Allah has misled, there is no one that can guide such a person to the right path. I greet you. I welcome every one of you to this our great occasion of mini Walimat Quran of our students. I welcome you to our company, Al-Mustaqeem Islamic Foundation. I greet you in the most noble way of greeting in Islam by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I mentioned to me the master of ceremony today. Although I'm going to do a lot of activities here, I hope at the end of the day, Almighty Allah will make everything we say here to be beneficial to everyone. And Almighty Allah will give all the students doing their mini Walimat today a lot of barakah. Almighty Allah will make you to be able to learn the Quran and able to learn it and able to read it properly. And Almighty Allah will give you all the benefits of reading the Holy Quran. Amen. And Almighty Allah will not let this reward stop on you. It will go to your parents as well and to your entire family. Almighty Allah will be with everyone. I'm not going to, I don't want to talk too much because I'm not the kind of person that talks a lot. I'm a very shy person. That's why I'm an afar. So I'll just go straight to the point, and I don't want to waste your time. I want you to enjoy the program. I'm not used to doing master of ceremony. My area of concentration is to teach people Quran and to lecture people. That was to be my duty. Oh, it is hard to beat me on that. Everybody will enjoy it. But I'm not the kind of person that talks a lot. But you will really enjoy me. I will try as much as possible to ginger it up, put everything on it, put all the ingredients so that everything will look nice at the end of the day. You will enjoy me. Don't bother. Okay, I will now call on this, our Sheikh in Embryo. He's just going to get his Quran today.
حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشية عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ نائمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر موفوع وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن إلينا حسابهم صدق الله مولانا العظيم.
Takbir. Abdul-Hakim Idris, can you please stand there? Don't go yet. I don't want you to rush yourself. I want you to really enjoy your reading of the Quran. I hope everyone enjoys it as well.
Just come forward and help us here. Now, Elijah, we need you here.
Put something into his pocket as well.
No.
I don't want him to go empty-handed.
No,
For
his
him
pocket
to...
is full already now.
Thank you. Subhanallah.
Almighty Allah, we bless you with the barakah of Holy Quran. Biaki Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Ameen.
All the friends, please, can you come forward? Anyone that appreciates this boy when he recited the Quran and he wants his or our children to be able to recite the Holy Quran like him, please, can you please come out and drop something? Can we put on the music a little bit for that? Almighty Allah will bless you. Almighty Allah will give you a lot of barakah. Face me here. Raise up your two hands. Biaki Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqeem. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amin. Almighty Allah will bless you with a lot of barakah. Go and sit down. Takbir. Takbir. We now go to the next item. I think it's introduction of the special guest. Everybody here is special. There's no one that is not special here. All of us are special guests. But we are going to invite some out of the special guests to the high table. I'm not going to do that because I'm not in the position to do that because I don't really know a lot of you. I will handle that to Afa Musa, our Sheikh Musa Ogunsha, to come and do that because I don't know nearly everybody here and I don't know those people that he wants to be on the high table. Every one of us here, from the kids to the oldest person, is special. There's no one that is not special, but we just want to put some out of the special people on the high table. So may Almighty Allah bless every one of us. I will now hand you to our Ustaz.
Alhamdulillah. We praise Allah. We praise Him, and we remain praising Him till the end of our life. And we appreciate Afa, who has been the master of our program today. Just an introduction. It is quite unfortunate. Unfortunately, our brother, a servant of God who has been supporting us all along, is special to this occasion. It's on its way from Dublin, like I said earlier on. So in his absentia, we commence the program. And then we're still waiting for our special guest lecturer of the day. She's in Nice. She's trying to find her way down to the hotel. In the absence of that, I would like to call back on the stage our MC to give us a formal introduction of the celebrants of the day, meaning the Quranic Walimat students. As the master of the program is calling your name, just stand up for an identification to signify yourself. Stand up to say, I'm here. You are who you are, nobody will replace you. So, my dear Ustaz Afa, so back onto you. Pending the time, we still are waiting our honorable special guests of honor. We are all special guests of honor. We are all special in our own way. As you know, a teacher teaches morals. And Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed you all in this country. And Allah has blessed you. You started at the normal time, at the right time, in the right place with the right people. So I'll hand over the mic to my fellow colleagues Alpha to start the formal introduction of the celebrants of the day. For your Tafadhal Mashkura.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The next item on our agenda today is introduction of the Walimat students. How the Walimat students, they are ready? Are you ready to come out and shake the golden hands? Are you ready to accept the Quran? Are you ready? You know, you are not ready like that. You don't just say yes, yes, and then we accept that you are ready. Let me give you a verse of the Quran to give you a very good answer to the question that I asked you. Almighty Allah said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Law anzalna asal Quran ala jabalin la ra'aytahu khashiyan mutasawwiran min khashiyati Allah. وَتِلْكَ الْأَمْثَالُ نَضْرِبُهَا لِلنَّاسِ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. You know the meaning of that? Almighty Allah said, look at this Quran. Look at the way you are looking at it. It's not an ordinary book. It's not what? It's not what? Almighty Allah said, this Quran, if we refill it on top of the mountain will crumble into pieces. The mountain will do what? The mountain will do what? The mountain will crumble into pieces because of what? لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. Because of the mighty, of the names of Almighty Allah inside it. So the mountain rejected it. All other creatures of Almighty Allah rejected it. Then we human, we accepted to take the responsibility of the Quran, which is an amana. It's a trust on us. Because we feel we can keep it. Then Almighty Allah revealed it unto us. Now you want to start the learning of that Holy Quran. That is what the occasion is for today. That's why we organize this special occasion for you today. Because you accept to learn the Holy Quran. When the angel appeared to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the cave, I will hand over to our Sheikh now, then I will continue with my story.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Just sorry in the broken transmission, but now it's time for Salat al-Zuhr, and we have to pray before we continue the program. For those who doesn't have ablution, so there is a bathroom, restroom here.
On the faces, I'm going to call on your name one by one. When we call your name, come and shake our shakes. You shake my hand and you shake Musa Ogunse's hand as well. Then everybody will notice you, then you go and sit down. Then the program will continue, we go and pray. Okay. Now, our first on the list, Ridwan Abdul Aziz. Takbir. Assalamu alaikum. Rahman Ogunse Abdurrahman Ogunse. Assalamu alaikum. Abdullahi Akilabi. Takbir. Mutiu Oyewole. Takbir. Al-Amin Ibrahim. Takbir. Rashid Abdul Rashid Ibrahim. Takbir. Ayhan Dorego. I hope I pronounced the name properly. I tried. It's okay. Assalamu alaikum. Takbir. Tijani Adeleke. Inshallah, very young guy. Allah will bless you. Takbir. Idris Oki Idris. It's not around? Umar Abdul Hakim. Takbir. Mashoud Balogun. Takbir. Abdul Latif Adeyemi. Takbir. Abdul Rashid Ademola. Takbir. Smiley face. Abdul Latif Adeyemi. Oh, I've called him. Okay, now we go to the girls. I think I've called all the boys who have found yet his name. Has anybody not found his name among the boys? How I'm not missing anyone? Okay, that's great. We'll now go to the girls. The girls don't shake hands with us. You just, okay. You can just stand up.
One of the parents shake hands with one of the parents.
Mutiat Adebayo. Amina Adeleke. Amira Akano. Halia Bello. Haliat Mustafa. Farida Adeleke. Mufliat Oyewale. Alia Akano. Alimat Akano. Faridat Ibirogba. Sorry. Iradatulai Kenku. Hassanat Akinlabi. Ruby Abdullah Aziz. Mistura Abdullah Aziz. Afsat Kenku. Suleiman Jerego. Takbir. So these are the children that are going to accept the Quran today. They are going to accept the amana of the Holy Quran into their life, into their hearts, like Almighty Allah promised. According to Allah fi rusulihim. Almighty Allah said, I've sent someone among you to teach you the Quran, to purify you, to guide you onto the right path. And who is that person? Our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He passed the Quran to his Sahabas, and the Sahabas continue to pass it to the next generation, to to the next generation, down to us. Now we are going to pass it to you. So it will continue like that till the end of the world. So we use Quran for purification, for guidance, and for way of life. So it's going to last till the end of the world. So may Almighty Allah make it easy for you to be able to read the Quran, to be able to follow the rules, and to be able to memorize it. May Almighty Allah give you the reward of the Holy Quran. Al-Fatiha. So I think now we can go and say our salat. So is the prayer place set? It's going to be welcome address by the founder of Al-Mustaqeem Islamic Foundation, Al-Haji Sheikh Ustaz Olajide Musa Ogunshe. Is he around here? Okay, he will join us soon. Okay. So when he comes, he's going to make the welcome address. He's coming soon. He's going to make the welcome address. And when he's making the welcome address, I want you all to listen attentively to him. I want you all not to miss any part of his address, any part of his speech. Particularly the student, if it is possible for you, get yourself a pen and a writing pad and write whatever is saying down, because that is going to affect you. Do you get me? That is going to be the policy of how this place is going to be run. So, take significance of what he's going to say. Do you get me? And he's going to talk about the achievement and the next direction. Do you get me? So, try as much as possible to listen to him attentively, for you to gain a lot of benefits. His speech is going to be educative, and at the same time, you are going to gain a lot of barakah from that. Do you get me? You know what barakah is? What is barakah? Blessing. In the Yoruba song, yes, the song our parents normally sing. Barakallah. I don't have the tune, sorry. Alubarika pe meji. Barakallah Muhammadu Barakallah. Alubarika pe meji. Kono ni kanu lowo o. Alubarika ni. Kabi mole mo. Kajoye moye. Alubarika ni. Komo sauki alukurani. Alubarika ni. Barakallah, Barakallah, Al-Barika we meji. May Almighty Allah bless us with a lot of barakah. Amen. So our Ustaz is now going to come on stage. Ustaz Al-Haji Sheikh Amir Musa Olajide Ogunshe. Please, can you put your hands together for him? Takbir. Let's put our hands together. Takbir. Takbir. Takbir.
Alhamdulillah for today. Alhamdulillah for today. We are celebrating today because the focus has not been broken. Before I say anything, I would like to introduce our lecturer for the day to the high table. And I have a few things to say about her, for actually calling her to mount her position. Sister Fausia Emia Bata is a freelance writer, a field reader, public speaker, and promoter of literacy. She holds a Bachelor's of Arts and Honor in English Study from Obafemi Awolowo University, Tekbir, Ile-Ife, Nigeria, and currently pursuing another degree in Advanced Alimiya Classic, Arabic, and Islamic Studies with Miriam Institute. If there are things Fauzia enjoys doing, it's family time, teaching and of focus, reading, giving her, teaching and of focus, reading. Give her any beneficial book and you are sure to make a day. Anytime you give her beneficial book, you've made a day. Sister Fauzia is a co-founder and director at Cradle to Grave Literacy Foundation, C2G, a Sadaqatul Jariyah project which aims to improve the standard of literacy in Islamic schools in Nigeria through provision of libraries and other forms of support. She is also founder of Guided Muslimah, event planning and execution. Their services including mentoring, workshops, seminars, classes, bridal showers. She is a published. She is a published publisher. She author and co-owner of Muslim Teen Reads, an online book club. So you can find her at www.muslimteenreads.com. Join me to welcome her to the stage, the person of Ustaza Alhaja Fauzia Emiabata. Takbir. 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 Alhamdulillah. That is that on our part. As I'm making introduction about our lecturer of the day, a servant of God who doesn't want his name to be mentioned, but I think I have to mention his name to keep encouraging parents to fit into his shoe, who came all the way from UK, who donated 25 copies of Quran and more to come from him to Al-Mustaqeem Islamic Foundation. He left his house in UK
since yesterday, since morning, himself and his family because of our occasion. As I'm making introduction of our lecturer, he came in. The person of Al-Haji, Ustaza, philanthropist, Mr. Obo. Please come forward. فليتفضل مشكورا. مرحبا بكم مرحبا مرحبا بكم مرحبا أهلا وسهلا مرحبا بكم مرحبا إخوة مرحبا بكم مرحبا بكم مرحبا إخوة مرحبا بكم مرحبا إخوة مرحبا بكم مرحبا. May Almighty Allah bless him and his belonging. Though I asked him to buy the Quran for me, that I'm teaching people and I need 25 copies of Quran from UK. The reason being that Quran, they don't have it in Ireland. And I get in touch with him to buy the Quran, to help me source for the Quran. To my surprise, he just asked for my address and he bought the Quran, donated it to Al-Mustaqeem free of charge. Takbir. And he came all the way from UK himself. He boarded the flight to come and hand over the Quran to us. Takbir. He even came again today with another box of Quran. Takbir. Takbir. Join me to say Bismillah for him. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-Kawthar. Fasalli li rabbika wanhar. Inna shani'aka huwal abtar. I don't know how much time we have left now. Now, one of the parents reminded me to pray for him. We have been doing that. We will not stop doing that. And we will still continue to do that. And he's entitled to our award ceremony by the time these children are doing full graduation ceremony. I confirm that now. He's entitled to award ceremony, inshallah. Join me to recite the one we have done for him. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa-duha wa-layli idha saja wa wada'aka rabbuka ma qala wa al-akhiratu khayrun laka min ad-dunya wa la sawfa yu'tika rabbuka fatarda wa la sawfa yu'tika rabbuka fatarda wa la sawfa yu'tika rabbuka fatarda alam yu'tika fa'awa awjadaka dhala fahada awjadaka a'ila fa'afna fa'amma al-yatima fala taqhar وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. He's here because of our program and will soon leave us. Now, we don't want to delay him more than necessary, but welcome address. I want all the students to stand up in front here. Boys and girls, I want you. Boys on my right hand side, girls on the left hand side. All the students of Al-Mustaqeem Islamic Foundation, the celebrants should come forward. As you are looking, those children standing before you, they are your children. They've entered into Al-Mustaqeem Islamic Foundation. One facing challenges. We nurture to develop a strong Muslim identity that gives them the confidence, beliefs, and actions that will lead them to succeed, that will lead them to success in this life and hereafter, inshallah. Encouraged to have an inquiring mind and problem-solving outlook that allows them to achieve success in their chosen path, allowing them the ability to serve their family, the Jannah and the global society. And they are the Muslims of 21st centuries. To educate them to achieve their full academic potential and give back to society through hard work and service. About us. Al-Mustaqeem Islamic Foundation is one of the newest and the youngest Islamic independent learning center in Ireland. We are the newest and the youngest independent Islamic center in Ireland, which was established here in County Kildare, 8 months ago. We started here 8 months ago from the family of Akano. Akano families call us to come and teach their children at home. It quickly gained a rapid support from the local community and rapid growth in population and gained support with Alaja Rizikat Abdul Aziz and Alaji Abdul Hakim Idris. The Almighty Allah bless them all. From here on, we are looking forward to the best of Al-Mustaqeem in the nearest future. May Almighty Allah bless all these children for us. This is all we have. This is what we do. And join me to recite Fatiha for these people. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين 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 سبحان ربك رب العزة وما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين. I will use this platform once more to show my appreciation sincerely to my colleagues afar who will be supporting me in this struggle. The person of Al-Hajj Abdulrazak Aki. He has been committed teacher to Al-Mustaqeem. More importantly, Al-Hajj Ustaz Abdul Qadir Al-Awwal, who has been committed to the development and progress of Al-Mustaqeem. I appreciate all these affairs. May Almighty Allah bless you and bless your belongings. And many parents that supported us in one way to the other. There are many who donated chairs. There are many who donated the world for Al-Mustaqeem. They facilitated all these things for the sake of Almighty Allah. May Allah bless you all. I appreciate you. We are still expecting much from you. We started putting our trust in no one but Allah. And we committed Al-Mustaqeem in the hands of Allah. And we have to appreciate again the parents who welcomed us, welcoming me. I have came here and I became one of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Do we have people here? One. I've seen your name there anyway, yeah? You are the logo, is it? Okay, that's all right. Otherwise, I would have been much more comfortable speaking in Yoruba, honestly. Because me, anyway, for the benefit of everybody, then you have to do it this way. And I have a reason for that, but I will still say it. Alhamdulillah, this is happening today. Alhamdulillah is happening, and Alhamdulillah is happening. And if you look around, the number of people we see more on my left-hand side are our mothers. And our mothers are more encouraging in terms of dawah, in terms of religion and everything. I don't know why we fathers are always stepping backwards. In my house, I take the lead. And I'm taking the lead because of so many reasons. If we believe Allah has chosen us to lead a house for one reason or the other, we don't have to lead the house in terms of just devoting our life into working and making money, building houses, which is not going to yield us anything, for God's sake. Why I'm saying this is that I've seen it here that in Dublin, we are all together than being in London, especially outside of London. I live outside of London anyway, and I have realized that it's very difficult, much more difficult, bringing up our children in the way we actually like it, like an island. In Ireland, we are mostly like a family, and it is very, very encouraging to see this kind of thing happening here. May Allah reward each and everybody here. Secondly, we are shying away from our traditions. Our traditions have to do with our languages, our culture, the morals, and everything, especially the way we are brought up. We are not bringing our children that way. Some children will see you, they might even be waving to you. That is their grandfather's age mate. I think it's the parents that have to actually take the lead in this aspect. May Allah enjoy us and keep us on the right path. As regards our children coming to the Arabic school, Alhamdulillah, this is exactly what we need. We as parents, we've gotten to a level whereby we've made up our minds. We have made up our mind, we've made up our life, tailored it to what we want. But we must also be asking ourselves, how many of us are committed into observing our 5 daily prayers every day? Am I committed to observe my prayers every day 5 times daily? Yes. Each and every one of us can answer that question. Secondly, how many of us are committed into observing the prayer at the right time? That's why we have the problem. And we are only excused for 2 reasons in terms of not observing our prayers at the right time. Number one, if we fall asleep, which we cannot control for any reason. And again, if you forget, because it's possible you forget. Maybe you are somewhere, you are occupied with something that is
much more concerned about, and you forgot. Allah forgives you for that. Every other thing we are not forgiven. If we are at work, if we are anywhere, we are not forgiven for doing that. And this is the only way we can impact or inculcate this kind of discipline and rituals into our children. It's not just bringing them, asking them to come into Arabic school or Quranic school. That's alone. What we do, they learn from what we do more than what they read. So we have to please have this in mind. It's very, very important, please. I always think anywhere I go, and it's very, very important to take it on board, please. May Allah be with each and every one of us. I'm sorry, I will not be able to stay too much long here. I have another assignment in Limerick today, and from here I'm going to Limerick. Actually, the program in Limerick was actually postponed till 5 p.m. today because of me. Wallahi. So, and we have left home since 3 a.m. Flying to London, flying to Ireland. So please, just forgive me. As soon as I finish this thing, we have to go. So may Allah bless each and every one of us. May Allah bless us with us. Some of us have met here before. Some of you might know me as a young man, just trying to make a living. So may Allah bless each and every one of us. So our boys and girls of today, their names you have communities. May I come on read one, Abdulaziz.
This way? Hello?
Read one.
You are the first person to give up. Hello? And on behalf of all the parents here today, you are the first person I'm going to be presenting this to. May Allah make it be beneficial to you in your life. The benefit of the Holy Quran in our life is unending. You gain, you have the reward here and the hereafter. May Allah make it a part of it, inshallah, because of that. And whoever I will be presenting today as well, may Allah make it beneficial to you. And all this things very fast, firmly, and lovingly. There's a reason why we honor as Muslims, we embrace the Quran so much. But I believe you have to go further to study about that, to be able to know why Quran is more important to us than any other thing. It's not just the representative of Allah, right? And the only person that was given this kind of thing, the only person in this world was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So may Allah make it easier to you. Bismillah. Okay. I've just been told now that as I'm giving it to you, it's the facts here. Bismillah.
Everybody, everybody.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin.
I think you deserve the award more than me, more than your dad. May Allah make you greater than him.
الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد وبارك وسلم ربي يسر ولا تحسر وتمم بالخير ربي يسر ولا تحسر وتمم بالخير ربي يسر ولا تحسر وتمم بالخير يا فتاح يا فتاح يا فتاح. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the first without the beginning, the last without an end. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in whose name good things come into fruition. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who authored and revealed the noble Quran. All praise is due to Allah Azza wa Jalla, who has commanded the slave to read in the name of his Lord. May his countless blessings be on the noblest of mankind, our prophet, our beloved, our intercessor, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, his companions, and all beautiful Muslims treading the path of Islam to the day of Qiyamah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Please permit me to congratulate the management of Al-Mustaqeem Islamic Foundation for being part of the blessed ones, for being part of the best people. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reported to have said that the best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. Permit me to congratulate the kids that are sitting here and their parents as well, because the knowledge of the ilm of the Quran is not a right, it's a priority. I want to congratulate you that Allah SWT has chosen you all to learn the knowledge of His holy book, and to congratulate the parents in advance, inshallah, that they shall wear the crown on the day of judgment for training their children the way of the Quran. I also want to congratulate myself. The reason being that when I was called to make a lecture here, and I saw the topic, I was like, the whole of Ireland, the whole of UK, in America, in Nigeria, Australia, all over the world, they did not find anybody but me to call me to come and speak about the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I felt so honored. Alhamdulillah, jazakumullah khairan. May Allah honor you, and may Allah accept this from us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala write it for us in our book of good deeds, inshallah. Without wasting much of our time, because the time is actually gone, I would like to come into to introduce us to the topic of today. Inshallah, I shall be introducing this topic through an analogy. I repeat, through an analogy. I want us to take it as an analogy and take it like that. I do not want anybody to quote me that I said this is somewhere in a particular book or something. It is an analogy, and I want us to take it as such. We cannot talk about the importance of Quran if we do not know what the Quran is. So inshallah, we shall be saying what the Quran is. Why study the Quran? What is the importance of studying Quran? The expectation from studying people that we love so much. We have people that are role models. We have people that we are so passionate about, that if they tell us to do something, we're going to jump straight to do it because of the love we have for them. We have so many people that we look at them, they're like, I am not saying we're worshiping them, they're like idols. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. But because we love the love we have for them, we try as much as possible to do whatever they want. We are ecstatic about them. We give them every attention that they need. We are very conscious about what they say. We're very conscious about whatever they do. When they send us text messages or they send us emails, we read them over and over and over and over again. We don't even want anybody to touch it. Why? Because of the love we have for them. We are so obedient to them. We want to do everything that they want, because they said the lover is to the beloved obedient. And then we are so submissive. We're submissive to them. We do anything they tell us to do without questioning. At this point, my brothers and sisters in Islam, I want to give us a quick assignment. Will everybody please stand up for me? Thank you. I need you to take a deep breath in and out. In and out. I'd like you to sit down and relax. Put your hands on your laps. If we can try as much as possible to keep quiet, we will enjoy this exercise, inshallah. Please close your eyes. I want you to come on a journey with me. Every step of the way, I want you to enjoy this journey. Please close your eyes. I can see people looking at me. Brother, you're looking at me. I need you to close your eyes. Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm not going to do anything to you. I just need, if we want to understand this, we need to we need to do whatever I say, please, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I need you to please close your eyes. I want you to imagine that there was a very kind and loving king of a kingdom. The king decides to send out a love note to all his subjects. The content of the letter is informational, quite informative, it's instructional, it's declarative, it's imperative, etc. It is posted out to everyone. However, the arrival date to your post box is not known. You anticipate the arrival of it. You are so ecstatic, very attentive to the doorbell, and possibly you're looking out for the postman all the time. At last, one day, the doorbell goes. You open the door and it thrusts the letter to you in a special way, as if he had recognized as well that it is from the king, the very kind king. You took it. You are so filled with joy. And because it is so special to you, you retire to a quiet corner, not wanting to be disturbed. You carefully open the envelope. You do not want to rip it. You do not want to rip the envelope. You don't want to rip the envelope. So what did you do? You open it carefully. You don't want to miss any message in it. You brought it out and carefully you unfold it to start reading. But something strange happened. Open your eyes and read the letters, everybody. Can we have a volunteer to read this letter? This is the love note from the king. Read it, come on. Yeah, baby. You can't read it. Why?
I can try.
Who can try?
Me.
You can try. Okay.
I'm only messing.
You're only messing.
I don't even understand.
You can't read it. But you love this king.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Learn how to read it.
You'll learn how to read it. That's very, very good. Who can give another try? Come on. Come and read it. Come and read it. So we can't read this letter. This love letter, we cannot read it. Does that cut our relationship with the king? If we truly love this king, what are we going to do? We'll learn it. Anyway, that is too far-fetched. I expected a very smart person to say, I will go to Google Translate. Great. That's what we're going to do. We'll go to Google Translate. And it's going to translate for us. True. But for how long are you going to keep going to Google Translate to get a translation to your lover's letter? There are times that you want to read it by yourself. You do not even want anybody to know what you're reading. You want to have a very close relationship with the love note from your lover. So that means that at the end of the day, you will stop going to Google Translate, and then you will have to do what? You have to try as much as possible to read the letter, to learn how to read the letter by yourself. Next slide, please. Now, what is the Quran? We assume now that the king, the very kind king, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the love letter is the Quran Kareem. And then this love letter comes, and you cannot understand the language. And then, to prove your love for the king, the next thing is to learn how to read it. Because you do not want anybody to keep giving you the information. You want to have the first-hand information yourself. So we say what? We say the Quran It's something that we have to learn how to read. So what is the Quran? The Quran is a divine manual of information from the beloved to the lovers, instructing and guiding them through how they can continually gain His love and affection. It is that which contains glad tidings and warnings. So after knowing all this, what is then our relationship with the author of the Quran? Knowing that He wants us to love Him more, He wants to teach us how to get close to Him. He wants to teach us how we can communicate with Him. He wants to teach us how we can continually gain His pleasure. So that is what the Quran is all about. And so at the end of the day, we all must build a close relationship with the author of the Quran. Then what is our own relationship with the Quran itself? We must build a very close relationship with the Quran itself, because the Quran carries a lot about us. What is the love that we have for the Quran? We are supposed to venerate the Quran. I am not saying worship the Quran. I said venerate it. You have to respect the Quran. You have to carry on the Quran because it contains a lot of things. When the revelation ceased, the Sahabas were not happy, because they saw the revelation as the love letter from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will tell you a story about Ayman. Ayman happens to be one of the female companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was still alive, he used to visit Ayman, as it's so customary of him to visit her. So after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam died, either Umar or Abu Bakr, either one of the two of them, said to the other, "Let us go and visit Ayman, as it's customary for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to visit her." As soon as they got to Ayman's place and she saw them, she burst out crying. And they told her, "Oh Ayman, we know you're missing Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We know you're missing him, by seeing us. But you know something? He's in the best of places. Are you not happy that he's in the best of places?" Do you know what Ayman said? Ayman said, "No, I'm not worried about where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is, because I know he's in the best of places. But I am sad because when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam left, the revelation ceased to come. No more revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Do you know what happened next? Both Abu Bakr and Umar, they joined Ayman and they were all crying. Subhanallah. That is the love that the companions had for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They missed the messages coming because it gave them glad tidings. So my respected brothers and sisters in Islam, what is our own relationship with the Quran? How do we love the Quran? Do we even know the messages of the Quran? Talk less of finding a way to miss the Quran, subhanallah. So I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will inspire us through this to start building up a strong relationship with the Quran. Next slide, please. Now that we already know what the Quran is, we have to know why we study the Quran. One thing I want to bring to our attention is that it is true that the Quran is a book, but Kitabullah is a different book altogether. When we read books, we expect storyline. It has a particular theme, and then the story is written around the theme. One plot leads to the other. That is the way books are written, either religious books or any other book for that matter. But if we go with the mindset of the way we read other books to approach the Quran, we are going to be disappointed. We have to know what kind of book the Quran is. In what manner was it revealed? What underlies its arrangement? What is the subject of the Quran? What is the true purpose of the Quran? What is the central theme to which the multifarious topics are intrinsically related? What kind of reasoning and style does it adopt in elucidating its central theme? If we're able to obtain clear, lucid answers to these questions that have posed here, we're not going to have a problem about studying the Quran. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, we must study the Quran because we are the subject matters of the Quran. The main purpose and importance of studying the Quran should be to earn the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the first main reason and purpose and importance of studying the Quran. To gain a better understanding, to empower and emancipate our minds as the subject matter of the Quran in order to act accordingly. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, the mind is enslaved, except that which is empowered. We have to empower our minds by reading in order to be better citizens, in order to be better Muslims and Muslims. We must build a relationship with the Quran. We must study the Quran. I said we are the subject matters of the Quran. The Quran was written for us, for man, not for the jinns, not for the angels, not for animals, not for mountains, not for sea, but for man. Man is the central theme of the Quran. The Quran was written for us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subhanallah. And yet, if a book was written, somebody decided to write a book in honor of you, and you do not even know what that book said, then you need to cover your eyes in shame that you do not even know anything about that book. So the same thing with us. The Quran was written for us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from a time that we never knew. Subhanallah. It is there in the Law al-Mahfuz. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept it with him. Subhanallah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed it to us. To tell us how we're going to live our life. To tell us how we're going to move closer to him. Yet we do not pick up the Quran. Yet we do not read it. Next slide. Now, what are our expectations? When we are studying the Quran, there are some expectations, some stuff that are expected from us. Before I say all this, I would like to bring to our attention that there is a difference between studying the Quran and learning. There's a difference between studying and learning. While both of them are interwoven, there is clear difference between them. Learning and studying are two different things. While learning is gaining knowledge by studying. Studying is done to learn things. Subhanallah. While learning is gaining knowledge by studying, studying is done to learn things. Now, I said study it. We need to study the Quran. By the time we study the Quran, we learn. There are so many aspects of the Quran that are to be learned. It is just one aspect of it that you people have done. Okay? It is just one aspect of it that you have done. You have learned to do what? You have learned the letters. You have learned how to read correctly. You have learned the rules. That is the tajweed of Quran. That is just one aspect of it. We need to do what? We need to contemplate it. After you have learned the basic things, you learn the vowels, you learn everything, so it means that you can now read the Quran. That is why you're graduating to the next level. You can pick up the Quran now, and you can read any letter in it. But if you read it, do you understand what you're reading? No, you do not know. So now, we need to do what? We need to learn morphology and syntax, grammar, to know the meaning of the Quran. So that is another aspect of learning, subhanAllah. Okay? Then we also need to know the tafsir of the Quran. When you know the tafsir of the Quran, it helps you to understand the background information behind the revelation of some certain verses of the Quran. That is another aspect of learning. So you keep learning, and you keep learning, and you keep learning. So now, you contemplate whatever that you have read. When you contemplate whatever you've read, if you're lucky enough to pick some words from whatever you've learned. Like say, for example, you're reading the Quran and you get to where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about Jahannam. We have to seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy, not to go into Jahannam. That is one of the ways that can help you to contemplate the Quran. When you're reading again and you get to Jannah, you know, this is good for me. So you do what? To say, Ya Allah, please, I want your Jannah. Okay, so these are the ways that we can contemplate. When we come to some words that we can recognize, we think about those words and then we put them. So slowly but surely we will get there. Then you act upon whatever you have learned. We need to do a man on whatever we have done. Wallahi, there is no purpose of learning anything if you do not put them into practice. You and the person who did not learn, you are like the same. So when we learn things, we need to do what? We need to act upon it. And then after acting upon it, we disseminate the message. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be selfish. If you have learned something, teach it to other people. Let the knowledge keep going and going and going. It is true that sometimes if we have not acted upon something, we can do what? We can still teach it, but the best is for us to teach it after we have acted upon it. People do say, I love Allah. He's my God. But this language is so difficult. I can never know it. The Arabs are lucky. It is their language. I can never know this thing. It's so difficult. I've got good news for you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Qamar about 4 different verses. And the fact that these 4 different verses, the same thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about, it is not a coincidence. It's talking about the importance of the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, Surah Al-Qamar, verse 17.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and this is the interpretation of the meaning, the closest interpretation, because Arabic is a very, very comprehensive language. We cannot actually get the real interpretation of it in English. So this is the closest that has been translated here. And we have indeed made the Quran easy to understand. We have indeed, it is certain. You see, the card that is written here, for the grammarians, they know that when this card comes after, when it comes before a Mahdi word, it is what? Certainty. That it's not maybe, this one is certain. It is certain, confirmed, that the Quran is easy to understand. Because He who created it, He knows that it is easy to understand. He knows that it is easy to remember. So Allah says, we have indeed made the Quran easy to understand and remember. Then
فهل من مدكر
then
فهل من مدكر فهل من مدكر.
Then is there any that will receive admonition? Allah is saying, as a result of the fact that He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has made this Quran easy to understand, to comprehend, is there then anyone who will take admonition? Is there then anyone who will act upon it? Is there then anyone who will learn to read this Quran and act upon it? SubhanAllah. People are fond of saying it like I said. That's so difficult. I cannot do it, Christian. Look at me. She got married to a Muslim, and for a very long time, she didn't learn the deen and all that. I mean, to the level of Quran. Then I told her, come on, let's go. And she was like, just look, you know something, face your own problem. Leave me alone. But my kind of nature, I don't know. I just I'm a very persistent person. I don't know when I'm doing it. It's later that they will tell me that you kept forcing me, and I'm like, I was forcing you, and all that. So I pushed her, alhamdulillah, we were going together. I was learning Tajweed then, and she was, wallahi, she started from Alif. Now, alhamdulillah, she reads the Quran, and not just reading the Quran, she reads it with the meaning. She knows the meaning of most of the things that she's reading. May Allah bless her. The other woman as well, when she was like around that 40, that was when in fact, that one was not even wearing hijab, not doing anything. And she actually told me later that she whenever she sees me in the shop, she will just run away so that I won't talk to her, because she knows I'm going to talk about either hijab or Quran, and everything. And wallahi, I'm proud of these 2 women today, because subhanallah, they make me so proud. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept it from them. In fact, the first woman, it got to a stage, she told me, you know what, I don't understand this thing and I'm not going again. I said, hey, that's okay. So if your daughter comes to tell you that she doesn't understand what they're saying in maybe Irish class in school, you will tell her not to go to school again. And that statement, she said that did it for her. That she thought of it, she was like, wow. And alhamdulillah, Allah helped her. So it is very, very easy. And it's very, very possible. So my sisters and brothers, if there is anyone here today that does not know how to read the Quran, all you need is the effort. Just make that effort, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will crown your effort with success, inshallah. Next slide, please. The Quran is a healing for a spiritually dead heart. The Quran is a healing for spiritually dead hearts. I want to tell you a story, a beautiful story, about the second caliph, Umar bin Al-Khattab. Umar bin Al-Khattab, when he was in Jahiliyyah period, that is the period of ignorance, he was very, very strong. He was feared by all. Himself and Abu Jahl, they were two strong people that, subhanAllah, people never mess with them. In fact, Shaitan, it was said that whenever Shaitan sees Umar coming, Shaitan will take another way. Just for you to know how fierce this guy was. He hated Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He hated him so much to the extent that even one day, he volunteered himself to go and kill Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It was said in some narration that he had started being soft for the Quran, that there was a particular day the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reciting the Quran, and he was thinking in his heart that, wow, this thing this guy is reading, he must be a poet, like they said, because this Quran, this what he's reading cannot, not any ordinary man. He must. And the next thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam what was in Umar's mind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now revealed, and it was like, no, he's not a soothsayer, neither is he. And he was shocked. And then another thing he was thinking in his mind again, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that, and he was, at that point, he was becoming very soft for the Quran. Yet he still hated Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He didn't like it. So one particular day, he was angry. He said, no, that is it. I'm not going to take it anymore. I am going to kill Muhammad. I am going to kill him today. Because he has turned our gods down, and he has made the people to hate the God, and people are turning, brothers are turning against brothers. Today, I am going to kill him. So a companion who had accepted Islam secretly saw him and said, Umar, where are you going to? He said, you know that Muhammad? I am going to kill him. I am on my way to kill him. He said, So he tried to kind of divert his attention so that he doesn't go there, but he was bent on going there. He said, you know what? I think you should go and sort your house first before you go to Muhammad. He said, what do you mean by that? He said, because your sister and the husband, you have accepted Islam. He said, what? So he now forgot about the Prophet and decided to go after the sister. On getting to the house of the sister, he heard the Quran was being read. The next thing, bah, 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 bah. He was like, who is there? He said, Umar. He said, yes, what was that you were reading? Oh, the sister said, no, it's our conversation that you were hearing. But he knows the sound of the Quran, so he knew that it was the Quran. So he insisted, he wanted to know, it was kind of dragging. So the husband, the person that was teaching them the Quran, was somewhere hiding. And then the husband, tried to talk to Umar. And he was kind of being, aggressive to him and all that. So the sister is just like Umar. They are very strong people. And the sister got up and said, what is it? Why are you doing this? Is it because I now accept, Allah and all that? Just gave her a dirty slap. After slapping her, blood started coming out from her nose. As soon as Umar saw this, he felt soft for her. And he said, you know something? Okay. That thing you were reading, let me see it. Just give it to me, let me read. So she said, you know what? You cannot read it. You're not pure. It's only those that are pure that can touch it. So he went to have his ghusl, and he came back. And the surah was Surah Taha, verse 1 to 8.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى الرحمن على العرش استوى له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وما بينهما وما تحت الثرى وإن تجهر بالقول فإنه يعلم سر وأخفى الله لا إله إلا هو له الأسماء الحسنى 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 صدق الله العظيم.
And this is the interpretation of the meaning. Taha. This is one of the huruful muqatta'a, isn't it? And this only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the meaning. So don't just delve into it. Don't try to interpret it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "We have not sent down the Quran unto you to cause you distress, but only as a reminder to those who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A revelation from Him who created the earth and the high heavens. The most gracious benefits of reading the Quran, and a lot of barakah involved as well. I'll just take us through some of them. The Quran will be a proof for us on the day of judgment. Abu Umama was reported to have said, I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, recite the Quran, for on the day of resurrection, it will come as an intercessor for those who recite it. So if you recite the Quran, if you keep on reciting the Quran, on the day of judgment, the Quran will come and say, Ya Allah, Fawzia has to go to Jannah because she reads me a lot. Ya Allah, Rashida has to go to Jannah because she used to read me a lot. Ya Allah, Abdul Haq has to go to Jannah because he reads me a lot. The Quran will keep interceding for you until you enter Jannah. The Quran will intercede for us on the day of judgment. I have already mentioned that. Our status in this life will be raised. Subhanallah, when we read the Quran, we do not know. Wallahi, 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 we are respected. One way or the other, we are respected. When you read the Quran, you read it sincerely. I am not saying that you just read it, anyhow. You read it sincerely and you follow the lesson. You will not ever be intimidated by anything, and your status will be raised in this world. You will be from the best of people. I've already said this when I was addressing the affairs. I said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reported to have said, can somebody please keep the baby? I'm losing. Please. Okay, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reported to have said that the best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. So I think part of your aspiration today shouldn't be just to read the Quran. Are you listening to me, children? It shouldn't be just to read the Quran for yourself. Don't be selfish about it. You should also aspire to teach people the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are 10 rewards for each letter that you recite from the Quran. Whoever recites one letter of the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for him there will be one asana, blessing. And one asana is worth how many? Is worth 10 of others. I do not say alif, lam, mim is 10, but alif is 10, lam is 10, and mim is 10. Subhanallah, we pray every day. We say Bismillah Rahman Rahim every day. We read Surah Al-Fatiha every day. Do you know how many letters are in those? And then we keep getting 10 of each letter, subhanallah. The reciters of the Quran will be in the company of the nobles and obedient angels. Wallahi, I tell you, this hadith was one of the hadiths that inspired me when I was learning to read the Quran. I was told that, you know something, because you are not a native of the Arab world, and you are learning to read the Quran, when you make a mistake, you get double the reward. I said, really? They said, yes. If you make one mistake, you get double the reward, because you're striving, you're trying. I was like, wow, that is good. It's a good deal, isn't it? Good. But when I now heard that if you now try so well and try to stop making those mistakes, and then you become very, very comfortable, become very, very fluent in reading, do you know what? You are going to be in the level of the scribes. Who are the scribes? They are the angels that write down. I was like, wow, that is better. That is a better deal. I like to go for better things. I don't just want to go to Jannah. I want to be with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So whenever we are aspiring for things in life, brothers and sisters in Islam, we should aspire for something that is better. So right now, don't aspire to keep making mistakes, but aspire to be among those that will be like in the level of the scribes. To try to do what? To perfect your recitation of the Holy Quran. Your position in paradise is determined by the amount of Quran that you memorize in this life. This is a big challenge for all of us. Even me, I don't even know how many I've memorized. And I'm like, wow. Not one that I'll just memorize and I'll win a level. And I want to be with Rasulullah. So it means if I want to be with Rasulullah, I must improve on my memorization of the Quran. So because I know inshallah Allah will have mercy on us and we'll all be in Jannah Naim together. Allah will unite us in a better gathering inshallah. We should try as much as possible to memorize more of the Quran. Recently we read in the news that in China they were trying to take the Quran and the prayer mats from some Muslims in China. Then I was like, subhanallah, this calls for real work. I said, what if it happens to us now? How many of the Quran have I memorized? So if they take the must-have, it means that the only thing I can read is what I have in my memory. So that is a big deal for us in case anything happens. And anything can happen because we are in the last days. SubhanAllah. So let us try as much as possible. So, okay. Inshallah. Now, barakah tips. This is very important. There are some barakah tips for us in learning. Always purify your intention. Anytime you want to read, anytime you want to study, purify your intention. Why did I say this? Because it is very easy for us to forget why we are doing things. Some of us want to read to become scholars so that we can continue to command people, so that we can flaunt our knowledge. That shouldn't be our reasons for learning how to read the Quran. It should be solely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So including your prayer, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should help us to purify intention, because purification of intention is a very difficult task to do. Always be in a state of wudu. Wudu, when you are in a state of wudu, it helps you, it gives a lot of barakah in whatever you're doing. You want to sleep, you want to read, you want to do anything, always be in a state of wudu. Hijab. When I talk about hijab, I'm sure the brothers will think, oh, okay, the sister should just cover their head. No, we're talking about modesty here. We're talking about how we should be. If you want to talk to your boss at work, will you just stand in front of your boss and do just like you like? No, you will not do that. So if you want to read your Quran or you want to study, try as much as possible to be decently dressed. Don't just wear your t-shirt and show your biceps. We're not interested in that. Allah is not interested in that. Dress responsibly. You want to read the Quran, the Kitabullah, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then you dress just anyhow. It shows how irresponsible we are. Let us try as much as possible to be in a good state. Let the sisters cover their hair and be in a state of just for the barakah of it. Respect, honor, and your teacher and your books. This is a very important point. We all miss it. The mothers, especially you, please, you are taking the children to the madrasa. Take them to madrasa on time. Don't let their teacher get there before you. Wallahi, it takes away barakah from the child's work. Let the teacher meet you. SubhanAllah, if they said the class time is 10 o'clock, you get there 9 something. Let the teacher be the one to meet you and not you coming in to meet the teacher. You have to venerate your teacher. You have to honor your teacher. And it's not because I'm saying these teachers here. I am telling you today, if you are part of those that do not remunerate, that do not give gifts to teachers, start doing it. It puts a lot of blessings and barakah in your child's work and in your own work as well. The teachers, if they are responsible people, they will not ask you. But it is your right to know that you should give them gifts to show appreciation for their work. You should review your book before and after each lesson. Try to study your teacher, know the kind of person your teacher is. Some teachers do not like people reading ahead of them. If your teacher does not like it, you have to respect that. If your teacher likes you to read ahead of your teacher, and as soon as you finish, it's called, I think that is called mutala in Arabic. That you have to do that, and then you do iyada. That is, after the teacher has taught you, sit down in that position and try to read it again. It helps to put a lot of barakah in your work. Then be attentive, avoid distractions. When your teacher is there, you don't talk to anybody. Some of us do online classes. We should try as much as possible. Your phone is there, and I do it a lot, astaghfirullah, you know. But I'm saying it so that I will remember that I've said it about myself today. Our phone will be there, the teacher is online, we're pressing WhatsApp and all that. It's a very bad habit. We should try as much as possible to stop that. Then avoid asking too many questions. Some of us, we ask questions not because we want to know the answer. Sometimes we want to embarrass the teacher because we think the teacher does not know. May Allah forgive us. Please avoid asking too many questions. And when you ask questions, be attentive to listen to the answer. It could be very annoying that the answer somebody has just given, then another person is asking the same question. Okay? Then be in a constant state of dua. Very, very important. I need to rush up now because I understand some people are going. And then be consistent. Don't give up. Like I said, my sister the other time, she wanted to give up. And when I told her what I told her, she sat up. So be consistent in your work. Little by little, inshallah, you will get there. Let's live by the Quran. Peacefulness, comfort, and support are just a few benefits of living by the lessons found in the Quran. When you build your foundation with the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will equip yourself with the necessary tools to get through life. This is by Norman Ali Khan, and he's one of my favorite teachers because I learned a lot from him and I respect and venerate him. Inshallah. Sorry. Living by the Quran should be the ultimate goal of studying the Quran. Of what use would it be that if we know something that we ought to do and we do not do it? I have said that earlier on. It's a total waste of time that we learn something and that we do not put that thing into use. Our mother Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha was asked about to describe Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you know what she said? She said she is a walking Quran. For anything to walk, it must be living. So let us try as much as possible to copy this sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to try to do amal on whatever we learn from the Quran. I'm not going to do a recap because I think everybody understood what I said so far, and there was actually no break in transmission, so there's actually no point for the recap. I think it is safe to conclude that studying Quran is a lifelong journey, and no one can categorically say that they have arrived. Not even our sheikhs, not even our teachers. They cannot categorically say that they have arrived. From cradle to grave, we must keep seeking it. Jazakumullah khairan for your time. By Allah, whatever inspiration or khair that you get from this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whatever error that you get from it is entirely from shaitan and from myself. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive the speaker and the listener. Wa akhiru dawani and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Takbir. May Allah bless the sister that spoke eloquently. May Allah increase her in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And you have been exercising the patience all along. May Allah bless you. May Allah make the lecture be a sort of blessing to you in this world as well hereafter. Permit me now from here to welcome in our midst our sister Amira Al-Hajja Ustaza Al-Hajja Zainab Abdul Aziz. Come on board. Come to the stage here. Marhaba biki, marhaba, marhaba biki, marhaba, ala wa salam.
On the earth, cherish the love that is around us. Spread peace on the earth, cherish the love that is around us. Always be kind, always remind one another. Spread peace on the earth every day. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah. Oh, 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 on the earth, cherish the love that is around us. Spread peace on the earth every day. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Akbar, La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walhamdulillah. Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest. There is no God except Allah. Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest. Glory be to Allah. Always be kind one another. Spread peace on the earth every day. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, yeah. Spread peace on the earth, cherish the love that is around us. Spread peace on the earth every day. Spread peace on the earth, cherish the love that is around us. Spread peace on the earth, cherish the love that is around us. Always be kind, always remind one another. Spread peace on the earth every day. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, yeah, oh, 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 Maliki yawmiddin, iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, ihdina siratal mustaqim, siratal ladina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amin. Billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون عين اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألون يومئذ عن النعيم.
Takbir. Takbir. These students, they are just about to start reading the Quran. And they've put in their time, effort, and commitment, and their parents supported them a lot. And see what is coming out of them. They've not even finished Quran, see how well they have done. May Allah bless you. Thank you, Remain. Keep it up. The student.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas, min sharri waswasihan nas, alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas, min al-jinnati wan nas.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Now.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ila fi Quraysh, ila fi al-Ashidai wa Sayyid, al-Ya'budu Rabba hadhihi al-bayt, alladhi at'amahum min ju'in wa amanahum min khawf.
Takbir. تكبير.
العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة فيها كتب قيمة وما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين حنفاء ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيم إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك لمن خشي ربه.
تكبير. تكبير.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
تكبير.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا عبد اللهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
تكبير.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
الله أكبر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
تكبير. 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 Adá ọpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run Ọba. Adá ọpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run Ọba. Àwọn ọmọ yìí kí Ọlọ́run lé wọn kó ní ìmọ̀, kí Ọlọ́run lé wọn kó ní ìmánì, kí Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe ẹ̀sìn yìí kalẹ̀, kí Ọlọ́run má yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe tiwọn lọ́tọ̀. Ọlọ́run wá wọlá àníyàn tí a fi ń kọ́ wọn, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ orí bẹ̀ fún wọn. La hawla wala quwwata. Well done. Thank you so much. The next on the program is Aisham Dirigo and Sulemu Dirigo. Come to the stage.
Al-Mustaqeem صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Anyone I want?
Anyone you want?
Oh, okay.
Just prove yourself.
Okay. Kul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad. Oh, sorry. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. Should I keep doing just one?
That's okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Takbir.
And the next on the
Program is
Tijani Adeleke, Aminat Adeleke,
and Faridat Adeleke. Takbir.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد
Takbir.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين تبت يدا أبي لهب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب أغنى عنهم ماله وما كسب سيصلى ذات لهب ويصلى عمل الحديد يجزيها Clouds of الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر وسوسة الناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Takbir. Takbir. May Almighty Allah bless you, Aliyah and Idris Oki. May Allah bless you. I would like to call Faridat Ibiroba. Faridat Ibiroba. Please come on stage.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Takbir. Takbir. May Allah bless you, Farida, for your parents. May Allah. The next on stage is Iradatullahi Kenku and Hafsat Kenku should come on stage. Iradatullahi.
مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإنما العسر يسرا إنما العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
تكبير.
الله أكبر.
تكبير.
Patient, understanding, and
Speak louder
brilliant
so that
teaching.
everybody can hear you. You might hear us.
I would just like to thank Allah for blessing us with an alpha that is patient, understanding, and brilliant at teaching.
Our Father has pushed us to our best abilities and helped us prepare for today. Thank you.
Because of our Father's amazing teaching, we are now ready to read Quran. We are very appreciative of our Father's time and energy that he has put in towards teaching us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
May Allah bless you all.
You see these students, they are the
Family that brought me to this. I must say that. When I'm in France on scholarship,
I'm in Nice at 3 a.m. to take a direct bus going to airport.
I do start at the bus stop to have a chat with their guide at night.
At that time. So I go to France and I come and join direct bus from here to airport.
So then I meet their father. So when I finished my scholarship and I came back,
Alhamdulillah from France, which I had
diploma in Arabic and Islamic studies. Their father called me,
said, Afa,
I want you to come and teach my children. And that brought me to this.
That's why you have their name
in this group.
That we started from their house. And we started from Alif. And they've done so well.
May Allah bless you.
I really want to be proud of you tomorrow. And most of these children you are seeing today, among them are those who I named when they were 8 years old.
That's my pleasure. I'm so happy teaching them. When they are 8 years old, I named them in this country.
And now,
Allah made me to be their teacher.
Some of these students. So that kept me going that, wow. I nearly forgot. One day, their parents was telling me, I've forgotten your son. I said, it's my son. I saw your name back there in 2002. Takbir.
And as Allah wanted it,
I later become their teacher.
Allah bless you all. Thank you so much for that remarkable speech you gave about me. If I don't do anything to offend any students,
it's not done on purpose because I want you to be better than I do. When I was age 22 years, that was the time I came to Islam. I wasn't born a Muslim. I was actually a Christian. And I was 22 years old, I came to Islam, and I put myself in Arabic school, living with the Alpha, and I studied and I graduated. Yes, I'm here today. And I want to teach somebody again that, alhamdulillah, I've learned somebody, I've teach them the Quran.
may Allah make my dream come true. Say amen for me. Now, they now going to read their own surah now. Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Idina Sirata Al-Mustaqeem Sirata Al-Ladina An'amta Alayhim Ghayril Maghdubi Alayhim Waladdallin. Amin.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kul Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad, Lam Yalid wa Lam Yulad wa Lam Yakul lahu Kufuwan Ahad.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq min sharri ma khalaq wa min sharri ghasiqin idha waqab wa min sharri an-nafathati fi 'uqad wa min sharri hasidin idha hasad.
Allahu Akbar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kul Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad, Lam Yalid wa Lam Yulad wa Lam Yakul lahu Kufuwan Ahad.
Takbir. I don't think the father and the mother of the children are here today. Imagine the student will start learning alif, ba, ta, fa. See how they have done. May Allah bless you for your parents. Takbir once more.
Alhamdulillah.
kí olóyè wa kà mí àké òun ni mọ tàbósì onílé wọ àbòsí wọ̀wé ìwé báyìí jẹ́ kí olóyè wa kà mí àké òun ni mọ tàbósì onílé wọ àbòsí wọ̀wé ìwé báyìí. Allahu Akbar, takbir. Àdúgbò lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run lórí àwọn ọmọ wa láti alẹ́ bá àtàṣà wọ́n ti lé ké àwọn sóra yìí wọ́n sì sọ wípé ẹni tó bá kú láyé tọmọ rẹ̀ bá lè ní ahọ́n alukoran láti máa fi ṣàdúrà fún kí ẹ máa bá wọn kúlẹ̀ àwòsù mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ìtọrọ ọ̀dàrí díẹ̀ ṣe báwọn òkú yẹn nù sàárè ó ti ṣe kò gẹ́ àwọn ọmọ yìí ti wá mọ́ ó ti fi hàn wípé ojú yín ti ń dá báyìí ẹ̀yìn yín ò ní bàjẹ́ Ọlọ́run dákun mọ́ ìyọ́kù ònú ọkàn wọn jẹ́ kó túbọ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ for life ẹ wá rí pàtàkì àwọn tá a láwọn ọmọbìnrin tí wọ́n ń ka alukoran ẹ mọ nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run sọ ni ó ní pé gbogbo àwọn ọmọbìnrin yìí pátápátá ọmọbìnrin ló pé o ẹjẹ àfihàn àwọn ọkùnrin lázìm ní fún wọn láti máa alukoran ṣùgbọ́n tó bá lè gbìyànjú láti kọ́ ọmọbìnrin ẹyọ kan ní alukoran ó ló dàbí ẹni pé odidi ìlú ló kọ́ ní alukoran ẹyọ kan ní o ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé obìnrin ó pẹ̀ka ni ọmọbìnrin yìí oní òbí ọmọ márùn insha Allah tó bá bí ọmọ márùn ìkọ̀ọ̀kan àwọn márùn náà tó wá bímọ márùn bí ẹni pé ìlú kan lóbìnrin nítorí náà iṣẹ́ ńlá ni fún wa láti jẹ́ káwọn ọmọbìnrin wa Ọlọ́run wa owó tó wá promise pé níjọ́ gbèdé àlìkẹ́yàmọ̀ ọmọbìnrin nìkan ló tún lè la àwọn òbí rẹ̀ nínú yàrá tekbir ẹjẹ́ agbọ́dọ̀ tóbi dáadáa gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yìí ó ti wà lákọọ́lẹ̀ àṣé gbogbo iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe yìí àṣé nǹkan tó jẹ́ ọ̀nà ni ẹ má rò pé ẹ̀ ń ṣe rà ó lè máa rí bákàbákà lójú yín sí pé okay it's normal it is not normal because àríyá tí ò lè ka Suratul Fatiha nù wa bá ti dàgbà tó yìí wọ́n nà ń lé kí alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ló fi dé lé kí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì àfáà tó nà ó tún sákò ń bẹ̀ ilé ńgbà tó tún lé pé wọn lọ́mọ́ nítorí end of sí pé àmọ́ ẹ̀ka ní tí kàn ń borí lọ àsàlátù níjọ́ tó ti lọ àsàlátù kọ̀ mọ́ Suratul Fatiha èyí ni wọ́n wá ṣàdúrà ní ìsìn yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní wọ́n lé aláwọ̀ á ń dùn aláwọ̀ sá máa ń dùn yóò wọ́n fi dundun kún ìgbà tí wọ́n ń kọrin bàtíkà yóò mọ̀ fi kún ni Ọlọ́run wá àfi sí lọ́kàn pé yóò máa lùkúrà ní àfi àwọn rẹ̀ ní wọ́n ti dààmú kèyí ṣe kébé àti pé èèyàn mọ kéwú ọmọ àfáà mi wà tí ọmọ kéwú kò ní mọ̀ ni Ọlọ́run ló máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọ bàbá wa kan tó tẹ̀lé mi obìnrin ni bí wọ́n bá nà báyìí ànàbàjẹ́ ni bàbá ti wà láàfáà torí kò sáà fáà tí wọ́n gbà fún wa tó dáa wọ́n bá ti gbé lóyún ilé ìrún àfáà yẹn rún àfáà yẹn nù rẹ̀ rún àfáà yẹn ní bọ́ọ̀lì odò àfáà yẹn ọmọọ̀rọ̀ sọ bí tó sọ̀rọ̀ ní tó ń jáde bàbá wa ní kò burú èmi fúnra mi làfáà yẹn àbẹ́bà bọ́tọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ ń gbà náà kà máa gbọ́ àmọ́ àbúrò mi ibi tẹ́tí mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tóbi tí wọ́n bá kọ́ ní kúlẹ̀ aláwọ̀ ní ti wọ́n ti kọ́ gbogbo wa tó bá fẹ́ kà báyìí ẹ̀rù kó wọ́n mú àwọn rẹ̀ wọ́n lọ ni títí tó fi dẹ̀ tó lọ lé ọkọ tó fi wá dùn níyì nígbà à ń ṣẹ̀sìn ó yàtọ̀ pé ṣe kírísítẹ́nì ṣùgbọ́n kò níjọ́ ni wọ́n lóde oyè ìyálóde ọjà mo ní tó jẹ náà ìyálóde ọjà èyí náà mọ bàbá fún ọjà ìyálóde kò jẹ́ àtẹ̀rí nítorí náà kí ni kò ń ṣe pé nǹkan tó yẹ kó easy tọ́lọ́mù bá fẹ́ kó easy fẹ́ dání Ọlọ́run wá jẹ́ kó easy fẹ́ yìí àwọn ọmọ yẹn wá fún wọn wá sílé kí wọ́n wá ń listening wọ́n wá ń gbọ́ níta àfa ń wí wọ́n wá ń fẹ́ kà wọ́n wá ń fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n wá ń fẹ́ borí wọ́n wá ń fẹ́ jókòó káwọn náà wá kọ́bà orí wọn ó wá ń wù wọ́n ẹ lọ mọ̀ lónìí wípé ẹ sọ owó nù all I want you to do is ẹ try láti máa appreciate wọn kẹ́ ẹ sì máa encourage wọn with all this ní inshallah bí kudratullah wọ́n di ọmọ tí ó di hafiza inshallah a rí hafiz náà nù wọn tí wọ́n ha alukuran yẹn láti nínú àwọn ọmọ wa yẹn ló ń bà wá lọ́kàn jẹ́ gbàgbà jùlọ adúlọ láàrin àwọn bẹ̀tí nínú àwọn tá a jẹ́ community tiwa a ṣe ń struggle ni nígbà àwọn ìyá yìí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun ní kọ̀rọ̀ nígbà gbogbo àwọn bàbá iṣẹ́ takuntakun ni wọ́n ń ṣe àti gbogbo àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ nítorí náà yìí ìyá wa tẹ̀ ní àwọn ọmọ yìí ẹ fi gbìyànjú díẹ̀ sí before kan tó lọ kọ́lẹ́ẹ̀jì ẹ struggle kí wọ́n ti débi kan nínú Al-Qur'an wọn nǹkan tẹ́bi ṣe ni mò ń sọ fún yín lórí àwọn ọmọ because tó bá ti wọ kọ́lẹ́ẹ̀jì tán àti lose wọn nìyẹn kì í ṣe tẹ pé ọlọ́mọdé ká lose wọn losing them in this kind of thing pé kán jókòó kán máa gbọ́rọ̀ kán máa gbọ́ àlìbá àtàṣà wọn ní táìmù wọn sì fẹ́ gbọ́ because wọ́n ti focus lórí life wọn nítorí náà ẹ jẹ́ ká gbìyànjú dáadáa Ọlọ́run ní dàrú mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Now the next program torí àsìkò lórí pé wẹ́dà yóò kò tiẹ̀ wà friendly rárá àwọn ìyá díẹ̀ tí a ti ń ṣòfò kó tó wá rí kó wá lọ tán ká má rí kókó gbà nítorí a fẹ́ gbowó mo ti àtibọ́ síbí
رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يمد على طعام أو مسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا.
تكبير تكبير.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
Thank you.